It was supposed to be the final piece of the puzzle. The greatest player of his generation joining the greatest club in history. When Kylian Mbappé walked out onto the pitch of the Santiago Bernabéu in July, the football world collectively sighed. It's over, they said.
I said it last year at the end of the season when we knew that Mbappé was going there. How is he going to balance that?
Madrid has won everything for the next 5 years. But football isn't played on paper. And trophies aren't won by signatures. Frankly, right now, the Real Madrid players just want to get on the plane and go home. Because the Mbappé era hasn't started with a bang. It has started with a collapse. We were told he would elevate this team. We were told he would check his ego at the door because, let's be honest, Real Madrid didn't need him. They had just won the Champions League and La Liga without him. Instead, he has wrecked this team. Too many stars, too many egos, and a system that is slowly, uncontrollably falling apart. People thought Thierry Henry was just acting the part of a washed-up pundit when he questioned the balance of this squad. But today, Henry's words don't sound like criticism. They sound like a prophecy. Tonight, we're going behind the stats. We're looking at why Mbappé is becoming the king of stats, but the ghost of trophies. And how the dictator of Paris is accidentally dismantling the DNA of Real Madrid. Chapter 1. The PSG Mirror. To understand Madrid's current crisis, we have to look back at the scene of the crime, Parc des Princes. For 7 years, PSG did the unthinkable. They built an entire nation-state's football project around one man. They gave him the power to influence transfers, the power to choose managers, and the power to ignore defensive duties. And what was the result? 0 Champions League trophies. But look at what happened the moment he left. The very season Kylian Mbappé walked out of Paris, Luis Enrique's team lifted the Champions League trophy. Think about the magnitude of that. For 7 years, with the best player in the world, they failed. The moment the individual was replaced by the collective, they succeeded. Luis Enrique had warned him. He told him Michael Jordan defended like a madman. He told him that leadership requires suffering. Mbappé didn't want to suffer. He wanted to score. Now, at Madrid, we see the exact same pattern repeating. When Mbappé doesn't play, Real Madrid looks smoother. They win convincingly. Think back to the wins against Manchester City, Atletico Madrid, and Celta Vigo. No Mbappé in the starting 11, and the team functioned as a synchronized collective. The ball moved quickly, the pressing was coordinated, and the rhythm was undeniable. But the moment he returns, the tempo drops. The attacking sequences become predictable. Everything begins to funnel in one direction. It's no longer about what the team needs, it's about what Kylie needs. Let's talk tactics. Why does a player with 40 goals a season make his team worse? The answer lies in the laziness of work rate. If you watch the footage closely, as Thierry Henry pointed out, Real Madrid is playing with a gaping hole in the center of their attack. When the team is building up, who is making the run in behind? It's not Mbappé, it's Jude Bellingham. Who is trying to occupy the center backs? It's Bellingham again. Mbappé is a number 9 who refuses to play the role. He doesn't drop deep to link play like Karim Benzema used to. He doesn't pin defenders like Erling Haaland. Instead, he stands still. He slow walks when his team is trailing. He waits for the ball to be delivered to his feet in the left channel, the exact same space occupied by Vinícius Júnior. This creates a structural stall. When one player becomes the escape option for the entire system, the rest of the team loses the habit of solving problems together. Variety disappears. The chemistry that made Madrid unpredictable against Bayern Munich and Man City has been replaced by a rigid, one-dimensional reliance on individual brilliance. And here's the most damning statistic. Real Madrid's defensive numbers have cratered. Ball recoveries are down. Gaping holes appear in the midfield because the front line isn't pressing. In elite football, if your striker doesn't work, your midfield dies. And right now, the Madrid midfield is on life support.
But the rot isn't just on the pitch, it's in the hierarchy. Florentino Pérez has given the players too much power, and Mbappé has walked in as the ultimate player power symbol. Earlier this season, the club made a shocking decision. They fired Xabi Alonso mid-season. Why? Not because the results were catastrophic, but because the locker room had fractured. Senior players felt Alonso was too rigid with Mbappe. They wanted a manager who would bend the knee to the superstar. Once a coach loses the authority to hold his best player accountable, the project is over. We saw this at PSG with Thomas Tuchel and Pochettino. When the star becomes untouchable, the tactical system becomes a secondary concern. Look at Jude Bellingham. Last year, he was the heartbeat of the Bernabéu. He scored 23 goals. This year, he's a utility piece. He's running more, defending more, and scoring less, all to compensate for a teammate who won't track back. You can see the frustration on his face. This isn't the team he signed up for. Real Madrid is regressing. Despite Mbappe's incredible numbers, the reality is the exact opposite of what the fans expected. He is not the solution. He is the distortion. Football was never designed for one player to be the answer forever. Individual brilliance can win you a game, but it can also lose you a season. Mbappe is an awesome force of nature, brutal, brilliant, and sensational. But if he refuses to become a team player, he will continue to be the king of a collapsing empire. Real Madrid is currently paying the price for choosing paint over the engine. They bought the most expensive layer of paint in history, but they've lost the motor that made them champions. The question remains, can Mbappe change? Can he check that ego at the door and realize that Real Madrid was successful without him? Or will he remain the most talented wrecking ball in the history of the sport? If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like and subscribe for more football stories. We'll see you in the next one.